I did it by us all.
Hey,
Go.
no distractions on the screen. We could actually take the headphones off if you want.
Okay.
It gives it more like real aspect.
I like a real aspect.
Yeah.
Does I want to play video game? Us, right? It felt like I was in a game.
That was nice. You
That
made
was
that
cool.
music?
Yeah, I had like a little I have this little kid's toy called a Blip Blocks.
Excuse me.
BLIPBLOX. Blip.
Was that actual sign language?
Yeah.
You do actual sign
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could bring the mic a little closer to you if you want.
You do actual sign language.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in ASL or sign language. ASL 6. This looks like 3, right?
Mhm. But it's your.
But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You
6.
took the German 3? All right. Is that right? I saw that in Tarantino's movie.
No, that's just sign language, dude. Like,
Oh no, they
Here,
count. They
maybe
count like
lift it
this.
up.
Oh,
Here,
they count
let
like
me- mind if I
this.
adjust it?
no, do your thing. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's good.
They count like this over
Yeah,
there.
they do.
I had
in
a-
any other country they do.
I had Juggalo Jake in here. I don't know if you know him.
I do know Juggalo J.
But he counted like this. He was listing things.
Because he does cocaine off his pinky.
I don't know.
and other
2,
things
3.
allegedly.
That's
I don't
nice.
know.
I actually
Allegedly.
He doesn't have money to sue me, right?
I don't know who that is.
We're recording.
Right? No, he don't.
I mean, he lives with his family in Kent.
Yeah.
He'd love attention. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
he would. He would.
I
So
don't know
let's-
who that
let's
is.
not
He-
give it
No
to him.
idea who that is, yeah. But people who count with their pinky first are psychos. I can feel it in my bones.
He has, and then he has 2 rings on like these fingers or something.
So they're
it's
together.
or
Like
maybe this.
underneath the knuckle, like mine, or or is it like up here?
Ooh.
More juggalo-y?
No, I think it
Yeah.
was more. I can't really. We have footage of it.
Okay. People who wear rings
What up,
here.
Joe?
You have to
also
tune
don't
in
trust them.
every week.
I don't trust these people either.
I haven't seen him since I think Jai Tai. He used to
Yeah,
go to Jai Tai a
yeah.
lot.
Sorry, we're talking about people you don't know.
Old school.
It's cool.
I have no idea who this is either. I'm just making hard assumptions.
So y'all are part of a group called Parlor Tricks
Heck
This
yeah.
is
Comedy, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're a comedy collective. We make funny videos and we produce stand-up shows all across the state, trying to go as far as we can. And we got a really funny group of people, and we're trying to work with everybody. So
Have you done like Richland or like some like have you brought your show to Eastern Washington or Central South Central? I don't know.
we've been to Westport, Washington, so way out in the boonies on the water.
Is
Um,
that near? That's west.
That's west.
Yeah.
It's right on the ocean. Yeah, it's
That's
right
like-
above Astoria.
It's like by Forks, isn't it?
No,
Just kidding. I know nothing.
Forks
about
is
that
like
side.
Forks is north.
that's near like Port Angeles or something.
Yeah. it
Okay,
is.
yeah, that's
The
what I
different
meant.
ports.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas, so
Yeah.
This
What
is-
part of
this
Texas?
is all gravy to me. So
Yeah.
I'm from Dallas. So yeah, y'all can keep talking about Washington. I don't know.
We're just gonna name every town, not in
Yeah.
alphabetical
Where,
order,
where
but
else
we
have
get
you
there.
been? Where have you been?
I mean,
Can I fix your mic a little bit?
Yeah.
Afro Man did a rap song about Washington towns. Like the
He did.
whole, it's just towns he got blowjobs in. Every town he did kind of a rhyme that worked with the town.
You know what,
and
that's
it was
what we-
fellatio.
we should do that for Parlor Tricks. We should take a Afro Man blowjob tour of Washington. Why aren't we doing that?
Good.
We don't have a lot of money, but we're working on it.
Yeah, so, please come to our shows. We are desperate for money.
We want blowjobs. So
That too.
I have Grinder. I'm okay. I'll
I
be
don't.
fine.
I want blowjobs.
You have
You're
a
like-
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. I just forgot.
So how long have you been together as like Parlor Tricks?
As a group, probably just a few months. I'm just gonna say like 3-4 months.
hmm
And
You've mostly done shows at like Flying Boots, right?
Flying Boots in Ravenna. We have a
Mhm.
show every other Sunday. We have one April 25th. We're really excited
Which
about
is
it.
headlining Andrew Frank. And then
Yeah.
for main
Wait,
night. Go ahead.
Is it every other Sunday, or is it like first and third Sundays?
Every other. So
Every other
just because
Sunday.
every month there's a different amount of Sundays.
Yeah, because there's like 5 Sundays sometimes.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Okay.
And then sometimes there's something going on Sunday, so we try to be flexible. And
We just try. We want to bring like fun exposure to people. We want to give people stage time, a chance to do their thing.
Yeah, and something more structured and like under control than an open mic.
yeah,
Yes.
But
Mhm.
still, some people might be there as like patrons of the bar that don't know that there's comedy.
exactly. We try to make, even though we have ticket sales, we try to make space for people who are regulars and kind of have earned their right at the bar.
Uh-huh,
Which this is coming from management, so we kind of have to anyway. If we don't
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have the red rope.
This is the first
Uh,
time I've ever been in a bouncer in my life. We're all different roles. There's like 5, 6 of us, and we're just.
It's fun being a bouncer.
Yeah, you just
Checking
take someone's
people's-
temperature. The thing doesn't ever work, but
Yeah, you're just
we
like,
try our
"Beep."
best.
Those
You know?
those thermometers are bullshit. Everyone has hypothermia. Like everyone has hypothermia.
But we make sure people are socially distanced and keep the law.
Yeah.
The law.
We do. Yes.
100%.
If you want to tilt your chair a little bit that way, I could, or I could help you.
Ah.
It's just. Yeah. There you go.
I can work in these conditions. I can. I love it.
But yeah, no, it's been good shit so far. I'm pretty stoked. And also I just kind of like Parlor Tricks has also been like a collaborative effort on just like creative ideas as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily just shows, but I mean like we work together on like
Right.
what our creative process kind of looks like for other ideas, right? Wouldn't you guys say?
I don't know
Yeah.
what that means. We have
Sketches?
creative ideas
Sketches.
for ideas.
Yeah,
For
I was like,
sketches, yeah, for
right?
sketches. I'm
was like,
sorry, I was
that's
talking in the sense of like we film sketch comedy also.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Which I'm new to, so I'm like I'm
Yeah.
learning how to do
Writing
that,
scripts,
writing stuff like that. But
editing, directing, and we all have interchangeable roles, so no one's doing just one thing. We're all just kind of.
Mm-hmm.
we're still very much figuring out that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Right. So you have, if you want to do sketches, you can do sketches, and then if you have a joke, like a personal joke, like one for your stand-up, you could bounce it off each other.
I don't think we've really
You
done
don't do
that,
that?
yet, but I don't think that would be an issue
Yeah.
for us to do, right?
But I guess
Yeah.
that's part of sketch writing is you have ideas, and then you're like, oh, how about
Bouncing
you
out.
just can we
Yeah.
manipulate this a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
It's nice to work in a group. I like it. It's
Mhm.
I wrote jokes all by myself for like the first year I was doing stand up, and that's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, I feel like it's tough to make.
I'm gonna check the levels. You guys can keep talking.
Okay.
About a comedy process, or I just say funny things and then someone's like, "Hey, that was funny." That's pretty much
That's
pretty
that's
much
your
been my-
process,
That's pretty
is-
much. That's like 80% of my writing process.
Who's that comedian who is a writer for Dion
Dion Cole.
Cole?
Oh, the one who writes the thing down when he's on stage.
Love that stuff.
Yeah, that's clever. I like that.
I like it mainly because I was like, oh, that's why I could bring my notes up there. I'm like that's it.
He made it.
I just like
But
that's
now
like,
I'm
that's
also
like open mic style
he knows
on a
his jokes,
30-minute
you know?
comedy special,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I love.
That's so great.
And he's funny.
The other 20% of me writing is laying in my bed, looking at the thing I wrote, going, "What is that?" You know what I mean?
Like you don't know what you wrote. Like
Don't know what I
literally,
wrote.
yeah.
I interpret it 3 different ways, and I'm like, "What is the joke?" And then
Wait, you wrote it down before you went to sleep or something?
no, just like I write stuff down all the time in my phone,
Okay.
and then like I'll look at it while I'm going to sleep, or I can't sleep. Like it's like a habit.
Yeah,
I'm just,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
working through that, and then half the time I'm like, "What is this?" Or like, all right,
Yeah.
I realize I can't spell for shit.
As long as you can read what you wrote.
Like I
which
can read it
guess if you-
sometimes, and like all the words are wrong, and I'm like, okay, this I know what I was trying to write. Like I was like, this is none of these words.
It
are
makes
right.
a new joke for you. Then you're like, can't. Oh, I got a funny story if you want to hear it. Actually,
yes, yeah.
So I was mowing my house's lawn or whatever. I live in a house.
Okay. Flex.
Oh yeah, fancy.
Huge flex, and we got this new electric lawnmower, and
Electric.
and I use like 3 extension cords. Anyways,
Yeah.
I can get to the meat of the story, but there's like a patch of grass between me and my neighbor's house, and I was like, oh, I'll get that, and there was like a bag of dog poop right there, and it cut off the top, like maybe the top fifth of it or third, but
Mm.
I was like, oh great, there's dog poop underneath, like, so I had to clean it out a little bit.
Doesn't that fertilize a lawn though? Like you can just walk
Probably.
around with.
And then I mentioned it to him later, and he was like, I think that's been there since we moved in.
Oh,
But they did just get a new dog, so.
Okay.
What
But
kind of
there was
dog?
what?
What kind of dog?
he's
Oh.
not at courtesy to say.
I would guess
A
like a
private
mutt,
dog.
but I don't know.
Okay, I was just trying to gauge like the size of
Oh
the shit.
well, it's,
so like,
oh yeah, so
Oh,
like
was it like a big
For the
dog
sake of the
shit?
joke,
Like-
it was a Great Dane.
the dog
Yeah.
shit, the dog poop. I think it was from the previous dog. If the guy was right, so there was like maybe this much dog poop.
Okay,
in
so
there.
that's like a Doberman picture.
no,
Like-
and that one was like a mix. That it was a bigger dog. It was a medium-sized dog.
Okay, I was just curious.
But then
shits are gross.
I had to tell my neighbor that was getting mail, and then when I was walking to the gym, and I was like, "Guess what happened?" And then
House, gym. What is
Did you-
this right now?
I had to tell my
Electric
gym
lawnmower?
trainer
electric
guy.
lawnmower.
the-
I'm still stuck on
the-
that. Honestly, I didn't know they had those.
Yeah.
Did you do it like that too? Hey, this really cool thing happened. That lawnmower has dog shit in it.
Let's go.
Who
Poop.
to my neighbor?
Yeah.
No, I was like, "Hey, Kathleen, guess what happened?" No, I don't know. I didn't know her name, so I was just like, "Hi," and then she was like, "Hey, how's your day?" And I'm like, "Let me tell you what happened." And then she's like, "Oh, my husband. That sounds like something would have happened to my husband."
Do you guys ever have a hard time approaching people as males? Because I've been told many times, they're like, don't talk to, like, I just want to say hi or like ask someone a question because I'm lost. And I've been told by my girlfriend, other people, they're like, you're freaking people out. And I was like, what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah, you need to socialize.
I'm not like an aggressive looking guy either. And I don't know if this is a problem with other people. Sometimes,
how you greet?
Maybe
Can
just
you-
if
can
you
I-
like.
can I
You
get
like
like
excuse
walking
me,
around
sir.
standard-
Don't say
slapping-
sir. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. Is that like your standard
Oh.
greeting?
For a stranger, I don't know. Usually, yeah.
I think if it's important, like if you need to
Sir.
get their attention, or you're like that something's going on, you could say sir, but
I think you should just say, "Hey," and then whoever turns around, you.
or
You know,
excuse me.
A lot of informal stuff.
yeah,
you
no,
know?
I do. Excuse me. I've been told the reach is weird too, so I gotta just be like,
I definitely.
Do you mind if I reach?
yeah.
You can always do this. This is like sign language culture.
Is it actually?
If you
Oh, I thought that was gay.
well,
I thought-
I thought gay was
Oh.
more like this or like that, a little
It's
more,
really subtle.
Lots of gays.
a little more of a. I don't know.
No, you're
So-
fine.
Isn't this like leave me alone? You know?
This is leave me
So
alone.
go.
Oh, it's both.
Hey.
But no, one-handed. You're like as long if you can get your hand in their peripheral,
hmm
then you're getting their attention.
Is there any bad etiquette when it comes to sign language? So
If you're getting attention, yelling is bad because they can't hear you really.
yeah,
Um,
like if you didn't wash your hands, you're like, that's rude. He's got Cheeto fingers.
oh
doing
no,
sign
if they can
language.
still understand. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're,
I guess don't touch
it
people.
depends the context of the situation. But it's kind of like you tap someone on the shoulder, or if you're at like a meal table, you can like, bang on the table.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
But I guess I meant etiquette in general, just in conversing. Just like sometimes your
I mean,
tone when you're
you don't want to
speaking.
make up signs. You can't name yourself like a nickname, which is a sign name. You have to have a deaf person or a hard of hearing person give you a name that's usually linked to your personality.
Oh, interesting.
or
Oh,
something.
I didn't know that.
Is
So
it-
I
Cool.
explained like what I did, like what I enjoy, my
Mhm.
hobbies, and this person named Aspen gave me this one, so this is my sign name, at least
Crazy.
in my class,
Okay. Okay.
but not in like, I don't know. If I met a new group of deaf people, they'd probably be like, "No, you're Robbie. You're like something else."
You're more of one of these. you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Just goes a different direction.
Yeah, the
I mean,
Other
yeah,
side.
yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, this means like radio, and I said that I did like DJing stuff and whatever, and he's like, "Oh, you're like quirky or whatever." So
Oh, that's sick though. That's
What
kinda cool.
if you don't mind me asking? So like, is everyone's different? You know, like when I talk sometimes between words, I'm like Is there a sign?
oh
for
yeah,
that?
there's kind of like
It's like okay.
Like a thinking sign?
yeah, you're like this is like expression, and it's like whatever expression between words, and you're trying to figure out the new sentence,
Mhm.
and you're like,
It's still in the face a little bit.
there's always in the face. A face is kind of like it's
Most
a
of
it's a
language.
major part of
Yeah,
it.
it's like
I was gonna
most
say,
of
I feel like that's
language.
where like the expression comes from, like, right? Like you're conveying the emotion that you have behind your words. I'm not going to put my
Yeah,
hands up
if
like
you're,
that again.
but if you, no, it's fine. It's because you're not trying to mimic.
I'm
the
definitely not
language.
trying to.
No, you're I used to try to go to meetups at Lake Forest Park, Third Place Books, and I'd go in. I'm like, okay, is there a sign language meetup in here? And I never really see it, but everybody was talking with their hands, and I was like, this is a trick, trick.
Italian convention.
Italian convention.
Mhm.
That's that'd be a funny skit. But you like politically correct. You'd have to like get some deaf or hard of hearing people to help you write like. We got a deaf convention with an Italian convention in the same hotel.
Hey, they're like, why would you?
I wonder if they have
Whatever that
a
means, I
group
don't
that they
know.
both dislike together, the deaf
Oh.
community and the Italian community.
But then deaf Italians. It's a deaf Italian.
And who do they hate? Like loud French people? I don't know. Like
Are French people loud?
I don't think so necessarily.
think
I think
loud
there's
people.
If they're angry,
there's just loud
maybe.
people within every culture. But yeah,
I mean, okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the loudest culture, if you get to guess?
American,
I,
Australian,
for sure,
American.
Americans.
Australian's probably pretty loud.
Texans. I'm
Texas
just
is
kidding.
we're
It's a
our own people.
subculture.
We are our own people. Or at least we think we are.
Floridians.
Texas is a trip.
Yeah,
Texas is a trip.
that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
Is Texans think Texans are a
Well,
trip.
It's a
too.
trip because there's like not me, but there are people in
Uh-huh.
Texas who every year think
Right.
we can and will succeed.
Secede.
Secede.
Yeah, like oh my bad, succeed. What did I say?
Yeah.
Succeed, succeed, right? And it's like
You guys have never done that.
it's
like
like we're not going to, and no state is. Like it's ridiculous. They teach their kids that.
I think there's
You know what I mean?
literally
They
only
teach the
like
kids, hey, yo, if we wanted to, we could be like, I'm out of here, Biden. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't. Like,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's only like what 2 states that could actually like be self-sustainable right now, and it's like California and like I think us. I could be wrong.
Uh-huh.
Could
This
be,
sounds-
but doesn't mean would like be
I'm
allowed
saying,
to.
yeah, Texas
Yeah.
could, but I'm not saying like,
Yeah, I
in
bet
a
Texas could,
weird
too.
world, but like it won't because why?
California is like the 6th largest economy in
We
the
would
world.
need zombies attacking for us to be like, you know what? Let's call this states thing to an end. You know, like, it'd be wild. And to be lucky to live through that, I would love to live through like the end of America. I feel like we're in the middle. You know what I mean?
Middle of the
Yeah.
end of
So-
America.
No, like we're in the
We're
middle
like
of
halfway
America.
through America.
Like if we were living in Rome, we're like dead in the middle of Rome. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Maybe at the beginning. We're not at the end of it's whatever happened at the end of Rome. I'm not a history major. It fell, I guess. You know?
You're doing great, Jamal.
Yeah.
Keep going.
It
So like,
fell,
you
right?
think we're so that's like 250 years.
Yeah, I think we got
So
another
we got
300
another two-
years.
you
Yeah,
got
like
another
it's not gonna
300.
be in our lifetime when some stuff pops off.
What did I say? I was having a conversation with someone, and I in the Senate said the United States is the longest longest living democracy, and then that person laughed. They're like, "Yeah, for who though? Because women couldn't vote till like 1920.
Yeah.
A lot of people were suppressed from voting. So that's something we like to say, but isn't necessarily true."
I mean, yeah, voter suppression still exists right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like to think about the fact that like there's probably a lot more blue states that are out there, but we just don't have it because there's like voter suppression.
You like to
Right.
think that.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Voter suppression is a thing, but it's mainly in like Georgia and like.
Yeah, that's
South
what I'm
Carolina.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
But like Idaho, there's no voter suppression unless are they stopping natives from voting? Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like, are they really?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, are they really?
Oh my
God, why?
God.
They can't just vote one place. They can't just have a nice vote.
They're like,
Like,
oh
this,
yeah,
this,
we're
this
gonna make
state
it.
is 80% white, but we still feel like we need to do some suppression. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like Atlanta, like they have to, or they'd lose. It's like I know why Republicans do it. They'd lose in Atlanta or in
Mhm.
Georgia
Mhm.
for sure. But they're like, you need your ID, and there's one voting booth, and it takes 24 hours. And if you didn't
on
do
a
it in
Tuesday.
24 hours, you're out of here. You didn't vote.
I've
And,
never been to
and we
Georgia,
gave you
so-
half felons for stuff we do. So
I feel like I want to go to Atlanta really badly.
It's a cool
Like, I
place.
feel like I'd want to be there for a week and just
do
fucking-
comedy.
I just want to do comedy outside of the state at some
Mm.
point.
Yes,
like
that's
I've
fun, dude.
Never
Have
done
you
it.
ever done comedy where there's a bunch of Filipinos or brown people? And,
Because
I'm telling you right now,
no,
it's
but I
amazing.
think that would be super.
Great.
Like I've always wanted to do a queer room, like some kind of like LGBTQ room, or like a very Filipino room. I think something like that would be up my alley, or even just like a super Asian room.
Yeah.
I'd be super into that.
You,
like-
you could fit in with the Hispanics. They
I feel
wouldn't
like that's
know.
not hard to find in Seattle though. So.
It's not
Yeah, it is. It's
surprisingly,
awkward.
but like, or it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but I feel like it is. Like I feel like all of the rooms that I've done have been like catered towards like white people. Like Dry
Mhm.
Tie might be the exception, but like it wasn't even necessarily that it wasn't white. It was just that it was like very alternate scene. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know,
TV up here.
Because like, has anyone else here ever done like a room that wasn't like very heavily white people?
I've done it twice, and I killed even
Here?
though
In Seattle?
I did one in Columbia City for Anthony Session. Wait, what? Where's
It's
it's south, so you just take like
South.
Yesler, you know, Capitol Hill, you just keep going south on Rainier,
Okay.
and then it turns into Rainier goes through Columbia City.
What was that like, and what kind of demographic was it? Because
It was like
I would love that.
well, it was a show, like a unique show. I mean, it was so
You're not
It
invited.
wasn't reoccurring.
no, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a one-off.
Still pretty tight. Yeah.
I did badly, but
I mean, who's saying that?
I just did badly on that night, you know. And I was a little bit newer, and I was trying to make fun of telling my social security number on stage, and like
Did you actually give out your real social?
yeah,
Last four.
I've done it the whole
Mother's
thing
maiden
like
name. Give me
several
something to work
times, and
with.
then I just started like making it up eventually. Like after years of people being like, you know what, you should have, you know, people are gonna be like,
I like how most people's problems are like, oh, I shouldn't tell the story about my dad. I should like change it to my uncle. Like I should just change it. But you're like, I probably shouldn't use all the digits in my social security number.
I need to
probably not a
memorize
good
a
idea.
fake social so I can't. Because I would keep saying mine by accident because I
yeah.
know that one, and then I'll be panicking under the pressure like, yeah, 9.
yeah.
Got another number right.
Right at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I did a show. I think I was telling you guys I did a show at a bowling alley in New Mexico, and that was a good mixed room. But then a fight broke out
Yeah, I remember this.
right before I got out, right before I went up, and I was so new that I didn't acknowledge the fight. So it was like a good 50 people in a room separate from the bowling alley, but you could still hear like the pins and stuff. Fight breaks out. They all go to the parking lot. There's like some guy's 50th birthday party. His coworkers. There's only 5 of them, and it just went straight to jokes. Didn't acknowledge it. Mostly penis vagina material. And the bartenders loved it
penis.
because they loved me doing really bad.
Yeah.
So they
Oh.
gave me money.
Yeah.
There was only so many comics and like the top whatever get cash. Like
Mm.
we
Okay.
knew you.
I like the struggling through the 12 to 20 minutes of like I've performed in California at a like a smaller venue town place. I can't remember the names, but the owner of the bar was like, I really like comedy, and yeah, you're gonna, you know, you do your 12 to stretch it out, you know, do those jokes that you're not like
You weren't gonna do. Yeah.
yeah. Well, and then I was with a few people like on a little road trip doing
Yeah.
it, and then your peers end up liking some of your jokes, like, and they're laughing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I did something about like paying for my shoes being cobbled with a cobbler, and it's a double cobblandra or something. And my buddy was like, "Do that joke." He wouldn't stop talking.
So was this a little mini comedy tour you did with some other comics down the coast?
Yeah,
Really?
Cool.
yeah.
Tell us more about that. Like,
Yeah, it's actually the co-owner of this studio who lives in L.A.
yeah.
He was in bands before comedy,
Mm-hmm.
and
Music man.
so he's kind of like more of a road warrior. Like, let's just do it. Let's go. First, we went to Portland and Eugene, and we went to Eugene on a radio show, probably an AM radio show that cabbies would listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say a bad word, they press a button that like washes back the past 5 seconds or something because it's live.
Yeah.
And
So you're huge in the cabbie world, like they're just.
and then we did two. We did yeah.
Grow.
Then we did 2 more, where we went down to like San Diego and then
Yeah.
up through Vegas and then back through Nevada and then back to Seattle.
How long did that take?
I think they were roughly about 2 weeks.
And what did the booking look like? Like, how did you guys know you were gonna have stage time?
Well, we had set shows, and in like at least one scenario when we were driving back from Nevada through Oregon and Washington, we called a place, any bar that has karaoke you can do comedy in because they have a mic and a PA.
Oh,
So you
nice.
just be like, my car didn't even book it, but they were like, we booked a show for tonight and they're giving all of us a meal and 2 free drinks. And everybody in the town just like texted each other to show up. They were like, something's happening, you know, like
Yes, it's kind of what happened in Westport. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Small
it's just a
town.
smaller knit community, and then
They all got off their fishing boats and said, "Go to the one place we can go to."
It's literally what happened. Yeah. They were,
but there
Was
was
that just like the one bar?
no, there's a
There
few,
were two.
but yeah. Okay.
There
yeah,
were two,
there were
There were
two.
at least
Okay.
2 bars. At least.
Continue, Robbie. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's cool. And then there were some gaps where like we were in Santa Cruz, and I think we camped. We like set up camp, and then we went and did a show, and went back and like slept in our tents. And then we had a few day break where we went to the Grand Canyon at one point.
Sounds romantic.
Yeah, it was a little romantic.
This sounds nice. Yeah.
There was 2 cars. It was like the weed smoker's car and the
Yes.
the sober car, or
The
like
lame car.
yeah,
bro.
the lame car.
lame
I'm
car,
sober.
bro.
Are you sober, Robbie?
I kind of battle with smoking weed every once in a while. I'll like,
Battle?
well, I'll like dip back into it. Like I can take like 6 up 6 to 12 months off, and then I'll like ooh,
back
no,
into
I'm
it.
gonna you know, I don't know. That's my
Mhm.
drug of choice. I haven't drank for like maybe 5 years or something, but
Oh, good for you.
it just didn't help my life in any regard really.
I never think about drinking. Like I think about smoking weed all the time, and I do that. But
Mhm.
like drinking, unless someone like goes, "Hey, here's a drink," like, at a party, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can do this." And I
Yeah.
do, you know, I do
Yeah.
it. I get drunk and have a good time, and then the next day,
Yeah.
never think. Like I see all the beer commercials, and I'm like nothing. Like,
I just have an indulgence problem where I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna like drink
go all the way.
kind of all day, but then you know I'm like you know, there's nothing to enjoy at the end of the day. It's just like
You get drunk again.
like I used to live in Georgetown, and I got drunk. Well, I kind of day drank at a bar down there at the 9 Pound Hammer on the Dead Baby Bicycle Day that they have every day or every year.
Every day.
Every day there's
Dead baby
There's a
bicycles
dead
there?
baby every day.
it's a bike crew in Seattle that they all meet at a bar one day in summer, and then they bomb, or they just massively take over the street or whatever,
They're
or
naked,
the roads.
right?
No, that's a Fremont
That's
thing.
the Solstice
that's the
Festival.
Solstice.
Yeah.
What is
So
with
they
the
do have
neighborhoods,
dead
dude? What is
babies?
with the-
Yeah.
No,
Someone's
it's just
baby
it's
die?
just the name of the
Just to
the
remind
Is it like a
Baby
vroom
mother.
vroom bike, or
You
is
say
it
bicycle?
like a
bicycle.
okay bicycle?
Okay.
Because I was
so they
thinking
just
like
caused a bunch
this
of
bike.
traffic.
There are motorcycle gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
moped
then-
gangs.
And then they have events like they weld 2 bicycle frames on top of each other, and then they have tall bikes, and then they do jousting, which I've never actually seen.
I would
in
day drink
person.
for that. I think
I would
that
see some
there wasn't a
jousting.
bad.
I
That's
would see some
extreme. I take back
jousting
what I
too.
just said.
I would. Oh my god, I would be like in Game of Thrones. I would get a whole outfit, and I would like. Oh, I would love it.
On your
Hmm.
bike?
No, I would.
Ooh, you get a chicken leg too. That'd be great.
Yeah, I would get a
Yeah.
wig with like a long ponytail,
I was like looking for what I would
What
like. I was like,
color
food.
hair?
probably blonde.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be like
6'9"
the vibe
rainbow.
for that.
All white.
or like bright yellow
Rainbow
bleach.
dreads.
No.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
wait,
Rainbow
can you tell us?
dreads.
So this trip that you did,
Oh yeah.
like was this a decade ago, years ago, months ago?
Well, I started. Probably the first one was about 6 years ago,
Mhm.
and then I think we did one each year after
Yeah.
that for 2 more years or 3. So the last one I went on was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
you guys, this could be us, and like soon.
Let's do it now.
Yeah, you
Best
just have to
summer
get
ever.
an itinerary and like call
I'm
clubs or whatever. Be like, hey, when can we have like a 4-person show come in, or you know,
Heck yeah.
or guest spots, or you know, I don't know. I
got a
imagine that's
van.
how it works because I've never done it personally.
Mm.
You know, the booking.
Do you mind me asking? Are you with said wife and or partner?
No, I'm single,
You're single.
no wife.
I don't know why I thought you had like a wife and kids and stuff.
Wait, the way you said that, are you divorced? Wait.
No.
Okay, yeah, I was like.
I said said. There was no need to say said
oh,
wife.
Yeah, I
just-
was like.
as
he
if it was
said
referenced.
wife?
Yeah, I was like, I don't
know why I thought you
recall
were-
it being referenced. Yeah, but
It wasn't.
Okay.
So
But-
you don't have a wife and kids.
No.
Okay. I didn't see a wedding ring.
I
either.
own a house, but I live in the basement,
wow, that is fancy.
and I
And you
let.
rent out the top.
Well, my sister. Well, I have 2 sisters, and one moved back from Connecticut with her, like, kid and infant.
Mhm.
So there's 2 kids that live above me, 4 years old and like 16 months.
I'm sure they're very quiet. Good
Do you love?
roommates.
But do you love babies?
I like I mean, I don't have to change the diapers or the
Mhm.
diaper, so
He's like, it's like having a.
Because
cool
he was gonna
dog.
say yes, and everyone was like,
I
No,
like
Because I like kids. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
babies.
I like
I like other people's kids.
I get a lot of joy out of like family meal, and then I'm watching the infant, or not infant, but the toddler smile. You know, that's
That's
kind of
weird.
fun.
Just kidding. That's cool.
Just like just practicing smiles. Or...
Just enjoying like
The reaction.
doing whatever, like eating. You know, that's
Yeah.
like one of the maybe I have a problem with eating, so it's like, you know, to feel better about myself. I'm like,
Look at how this kid eats. I'm trained.
Just
Okay.
look at him, just enjoying it. I
yeah.
wish I could do that.
Oh, wow.
I felt like you had like a follow up question to that. Like,
No,
I
was
felt
just
like there was
curious.
more.
I feel like I've seen kids on your Instagram, so it's just your.
Oh yeah, it's
nephews
my
or
nieces. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I just assumed that.
Yeah.
it.
I have a 19-year-old cat.
I literally thought you were about
Wow.
to say you had a 19-year-old kid,
The
and I
cat
was like,
can
so you lied
drive.
earlier.
19-year-old cat. You've owned it its whole life, or you adopted
Yeah,
it at a
yeah.
later
6
age?
when it was 6 weeks.
How long do cats
Really?
live for?
Oh,
up
no.
To, up to early 20s.
Yeah, if you take care of them,
Wow.
because it's like
we just spent $1,000 on her teeth last December. Like
Dang.
she
you
got
said
2.
we.
Well, me and my
Teeth.
sister.
Okay.
On the teeth alone. What else? Is
Right. Yeah. Now she
Keep that cat
takes
alive.
kidney food, and that's like, kind of expensive. You know.
Is she like old, like cataracts and stuff?
Mm,
'Cause right before
she's
my
pretty
dog
youthful.
did-
She
my dog
she
can see
jumps like
nothing.
3 feet. Like
Okay.
she jumps from like, you know, to this. Anyways.
A cat.
That's not 3 feet.
Wasn't even
Like
close.
Matt.
I didn't know that cats lived that long.
They can.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh,
I've always had dogs, and like my dogs lived for like ever. That was like they were like 17 when they like
Oh, wow.
finally were forced to kick the bucket.
Darn.
Yeah.
I feel like my girlfriend's a veterinarian, and she tells me like, yeah, cats can live like 16 years old, but if you take the best care of it, if you're a vet, they're gonna know everything, so they can live to like 25. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
You guys are doing well. It's cool.
Yeah, she's like 7 pounds. That was what she weighed, a little over 7 pounds, which
Right now?
is
Tiny kitty.
No, it's a big kitty. I feel like. Am I
no,
wrong?
no, it's kind of small.
Is it
It's
really?
small. They're. I feel like I'm managing a boxer at this point. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like, they're like, your cat's gotta weigh in above 7.
Or else we
And
gotta.
they're like, one
let
more
her go.
fight. You're like, no more fights, cat. You're out. You're out.
We're gonna
You
give
can't
more
fight anymore.
tests.
Just
And
a
like,
straight- is it an outdoor cat?
I'll let her go out to like, you know,
Kill
just lay
birds.
in the sun. She doesn't really kill anymore, but
Retired.
Mom passed her killing.
probably.
man.
I mean, at least I haven't seen a kill in a
She's
while.
like, don't tip me, birds. Come within 3 feet. See what happens. Birds like 3.5 feet. Just like talking mad trash.
we have bunnies in our neighborhood.
There's a lot of fucking bunnies around Seattle. I don't
It's
know if anyone else
amazing.
has noticed this, but there is a fuckload of bunnies.
It looks like you guys have different opinions on the bunnies.
No. I love the
Do you hate
buns.
bunnies?
I love
Fight.
the buns.
You
Um,
do? Okay.
yeah, no, I had a friend who passed away who had a bunny, and like I always think about her when I see buns like running around Seattle. I actually really love them for that reason. I'm actually trying to get a bunny tattooed on me soon,
Mm.
so we're working on that. So, you
The
know,
management team, Parlor
Yeah.
Tricks, is working on.
yeah. My assistant has yet to book it for me. I don't know where he's been.
Man,
Yeah.
tattoos are. I mean, like, I guess you can go in anywhere and get a tattoo, but like for people that are tattoo artists that are popular, you have to wait like 2 or 3 months sometimes
Yeah.
or more.
Do you have
Well,
a tattoo?
I don't,
You
but
refuse.
I feel like no, I don't refuse. I don't know. I don't refuse. I feel like I need to have something like crazy happen to me, and then be like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna process this through tattoo.
But you express yourself through your t-shirts that you make,
Yeah. This one,
You made that?
I placed.
which we still need to talk about that after.
Yeah, I
this.
placed another comedian made the logo who lives in. He used to be a Seattle comedian, but moved to Wisconsin because he was like priced out of living here,
Oh,
and
I was
then
like, for comedy. Take it off.
and
The cheese joke.
anyways, I'm working with my brother-in-law on a website for a T-shirt store kind of thing.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a venture.
Heck yeah. I feel like I have a folder with t-shirt ideas. Like,
Let's collab. Man.
I started doing
Let's
greeting
collab.
cards on T-shirts, kind of like "Get well soon."
yeah.
And I did a happy anniversary one. And so I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, like what's it? What is it this week? You know,
What does that term mean?
flying
never
by
heard
the,
that?
it's like
I've heard
grabbing.
it.
Oh.
I just pretend I know, but
It's
I
kind of
feel
like.
comfortable.
Do you know what skitching is?
Sketching.
Skitching. Yeah, it's like when you skateboard and you grab the back of a car.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know. It's like kind of like
Flying by
that, but
the
I've
sea
never
of
really done.
pants.
So, windy.
That's not what that means. Is it?
I thought that meant that
It's
you were just like
adapting.
thinking off the top of your
Yeah,
head.
it means off the top. Or like
Yeah, you're adapting. I think. It's,
Well,
oh, wait,
flying-
you already.
Wait,
yeah,
you
yeah.
said-
if you don't know
I actually
what
didn't
you're
know.
doing and you're just flying through it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because what you said that sounded like if you're grabbing the back of a car on a skateboard, you know what you're doing. You're going
Yeah.
fast.
No, but then
Like-
when you're going fast, you got to figure out what you're doing, right?
Okay. There was more. Okay, there was.
It's
more.
a next step to, I
I
guess.
think
I'm
it's
just
a jet pilot thing.
Huh?
Right? Wouldn't it be a jet thing?
What are you talking?
It'd be
flying
a
by
jet.
the seat of your
Yeah,
pants
it'd be
is a jet
I
thing.
think so. Right? No. I think
Don't
I've
ask me.
never heard
dude.
that.
I don't know the term, man.
Jamal, wasn't it? What did I say the other day? That was like a horse of another color, and you're like, you've never heard that. Has anyone else here
Something like that.
ever
I've-
said
I've
that?
There's a
never
lot
heard
of
that.
horse terms, by the way.
Yeah,
There's like
I
a
don't-
lot.
Have you
Oh,
heard
yeah.
Skiddly Wampus, or is it that?
That
Is
sounds
it-
like a Willy
That's-
Wonka
that
thing.
sounds like a childish
Mm.
game that I want to play.
Yeah, that sounds like something I'd find in the chocolate factory.
Explain the
So
rules of the game.
They could have many meanings.
That's an interesting thing too. I guess if y'all went on tour, would it be Parlor Tricks comedy tour, or would
Hell
it,
yeah.
or you'd make it like a
Skiddly Wonkus.
subtitle? Yeah.
I mean, like Parlor Tricks comedy tour for sure, and or Ricci, Armani, and friends.
I was about to say
Oh.
it'd be Jamal, Banyon, and these guys.
I like these guys instead of friends, but maybe different name up top.
I always thought these guys would be a great band name, or like those guys.
Those dudes,
yeah,
yeah.
like coming up.
Ricci and the
These
Heteros.
guys.
I don't know.
Mhm.
That works. We're doing a game.
And then, like, in an extra
Richie and all his
parentheses,
strict friends.
secretly
All his dumb
non-hetero that
straight
no one
friends.
knows. Like we're
Or,
not sure. Like,
Hetero, I don't know tour. I don't know.
Yeah.
We did. I think the last one was called Mom's Spaghetti Tour,
Nice.
which was
So bad.
ridiculous. And then we had one that was Too Many Comedians Tour,
but there's like two of them.
and then I can't remember the other one, whatever it was.
New bumping mics would be just be.
So is it
too many
like-
comedians.
Oh, because you like okay. So would it be like too many comedians presented by, or we were just naming tours because like it was like just you and like a bunch of friends. Like you didn't have like a Parlor Tricks like we do. Is that?
Yeah, we
Okay.
had.
Sorry,
we tried to
that-
do.
I know that sounds so bad. I'm sorry.
We had a collective called Tomoom or TOMOOM,
And how? Did
and I
that
don't know
go?
if that was. It fell apart. After we had a website for.
But you guys
4
were
months.
like.
Then the .com boom hit. and
But
it
I
was
mean,
just-
how did it start? Like from like start to finish? Like what were
It
you
was
guys
like-
doing?
We met at Jai Tai, and then we were just like, oh, let's have meetings at Jai Tai before the mic or something.
So you guys were like more of a writers group.
Kind of.
Stop
Yeah.
putting labels on.
I don't know.
I'm just kind of curious. I'm mostly just like trying to pick your brain on like what you did with your previous group and seeing if maybe we could take something out of your book.
Yeah.
live.
I did do I did do like a podcast with one of the people from that was like a scripted NPR Seattle spoof style podcast that he mostly wrote and I just acted in or whatever, voice acted.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We just we made up some tour thing and went on it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a loss probably and some money,
Yeah, I
'Cause,
could see that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But actually, my buddy Mike he has family down in California, so we'd always get like a free night or two with his sister, and then we get some free food, So
Oh, we love that. Yeah.
yeah.
So I renovated a van. Like I took a Astro 1999.
Okay.
Had all these seats. Took it out. My girlfriend did a lot of the work, to be honest. And then we gutted
I
it.
did this. Okay. Sure.
We did all the insulation, and then it has a bed, it pulls out, and a kitchenette and stuff.
Mhm.
So once that starts happening, I'm not trying to pay for a hotel. Just trying to sleep.
Yeah. You can sleep
thing.
out front and use
Yeah,
use whoever's shower. What that these people's.
if they're nice enough.
What do I
Yeah.
mean by these people?
It's a nice
The
shower.
POCs.
Why, I don't have a shower.
You're like, I don't know, I have a
Jumping
bed. for
lakes. My
this?
hair
I feel like
just
another
knotted up.
term. I'm gonna go back to the term thing. I used to think nip it in the bud was nip it in the butt. Always
too.
nip it in the butt.
I say nip it in the butt.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change.
Butt
it.
or
Stick with
bud?
it. Butt.
Bud.
I know it's
B-U-T-T.
bud, but I don't care.
You
Because I heard it
think,
as a kid. Nipping in the butt is hilarious. You're never gonna change my mind.
It just like it makes sense too. You just get pinched. You're like, I'm gonna stop. All right, okay.
That is like a sign for go for me. Like
Nip it in the butt. Yeah.
If
like,
you're pinching my
andale.
butt, like that's go time.
Mhm.
I think.
I think.
Probably. I don't think I've been accidentally pinched in the butt by anyone before.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Dude, I've been so close to like
Oh, God.
accosting a
I thought you
woman.
were coming to punch me in the butt. I was like, he's coming for me.
It's you know what? I'm gonna pinch your butt one day on like just on a
But that's
day
on purpose.
unsuspecting. Yeah, but to you it'll be an accident, and I'll be like,
I want to turn around and see
Now he
Ricci.
knows,
He's gonna be
though.
like,
Yeah,
it was
he's
clearly
gonna-
on purpose.
I feel like I've been close to accosting a woman thinking it's my girlfriend, and I've just been like, never mind. And I turn around and I'm just like, sorry.
I did that in high school one time to some girl. I didn't even know who this girl was.
With a back hug?
No, I smacked her ass as she was like walking down the stairs and I was
Oh.
walking up and I was like, "Hi, Caitlin," and it was like, oh, "You're not Caitlin."
When I was in high school, there were these. I was new to the school,
funny.
and there were these twin girls, Hannah and Rachel, and I didn't know they were. I thought there was just one Hannah. So
Oh,
every time I
no.
saw, honestly, I was just like, "Hey, Hannah," and she'd just like yell at me, like, because I guess everyone used to bully them for that reason, like they just
Yeah.
like, make fun of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm not doing it on purpose.
I was like,
sorry."
I'm a like loser 13-year-old, and you guys are like 16. You should know. I don't know. Why would you cry? Because whatever. I was like, I'm being
Like,
bullied.
is that
I
not your
guess.
name? I would have been like, started yelling. What the? I was like, what is your name then? I would have been so confused.
We had twins at stadium, but they
He
like
gets the point.
they made it sure that they were very different, but they were
Mm.
like identical twins, and it was just so weird because like one was like a jock and one was a skater, and I was like, you guys are like two sides of the same coin. It's so weird. It's like your
Mhm.
alternate reality self.
Would skater technically be a subsection of jock if they're sporty?
As soon as
I
you said
mean,
it,
like
was
yeah,
like,
but
it
they
is.
they were like both
They're
very
different,
sporty and
yeah.
athletic dudes. Like I would definitely have a three-way with like Mansell twins. If you guys ever find this, like just no offer still on the table.
Mansell's twins?
Oh, their actual name.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say their first names, but
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it's only
How do you spell that?
Stadium
There's
High
only so many
School,
twins.
Mansell Twins,
Oh,
class
yeah,
of 20
There's
fucking
so many
12.
twins in the world. I don't know why would you do this.
Don't worry. If I had just said like Greg and Brian,
They would have been waiting.
they would have found them. No, I'm just-
But yeah, so and now you guys know.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was trying to get in the philosophy of the sub.
I'm just thinking like one
culture.
looks like Chris Evans and the other looks like Chris Evans with long skater hair. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and gauges. Oh my god, I wanted gauges. Did you guys have gauges?
Me, no.
I had
No.
I had gauges in my ears.
I've never had a tattoo.
Wait, really?
Never had a piercing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
I didn't
now
really-
seeing a hole in your ear.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it.
Can we see
too
a
much.
picture?
Probably. We go on
Then, like,
MySpace.
you
Yeah,
know
I
that-
was just gonna say like, do you have your MySpace? Still?
I never had a MySpace.
I think so.
I had a MySpace.
I
Everyone did,
Yeah.
but I didn't. So I'd
I-
love to see it. Can
is
we
it-
pull it up?
Oh yeah.
Jam-
Can
Yeah.
we pull it up? I've never seen one.
Sure. Yeah.
You've never seen a MySpace?
No. I had Neopets. Everyone makes fun of me for it, but I didn't. Yeah.
the only reason I got a MySpace was
Yeah, no,
because
make that. It's true. It's stupid.
I got a girlfriend. My parents were like, "You can have a MySpace now that you have a girlfriend," and I was like, "Haha,
That is
this
what
was a
that
ploy
works
all
like
the time."
Was she in on it? Was she like, oh, I know?
Oh no, she definitely was like, "I love you," and I was like, "I
Damn, dude. I could see that happening though. You're
love
lovable.
you."
Girl,
Yeah.
he's talking about. He's sorry.
Yeah.
Did you guys kiss and stuff?
That was the first person I made out with.
Really?
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah, that was the first person I made out with.
Did
and
you
I
still
was just
enjoy
like-
it,
It was like-
or were you like?
I mean, like I was just like, this is very performative. Like this
Oh,
is
really? Okay.
extremely
your mind was
performative.
somewhere else.
Because I had already done stuff with guys at this point in
Oh,
my
shit.
life.
Okay.
So I was like-
she's just like.
Yeah, because I think at this point in my life, I was still very
So
much
she had
like
a beard.
I mean, I wouldn't even call it that. Like
You
I,
wouldn't even call it.
because like I was at this point in my life, I was just like, I'm gonna try my hardest to be straight, and like this girl wants me. I'm gonna like let's capitalize on this, and it did not.
I found like
work
one
out.
photo of myself, and MySpace takes a long time for photos to load.
Oh,
I don't know what's-
I see.
Because
I
that
could
was back when we had to photo
That's
bucket
iOS from
pictures on there.
2005. All right, I'm happy
There's
to
a
see the
picture
It's
of me like
We can just
next to
react to a photo.
a
Oh.
telephone pole, if you want.
And you have the gauges.
You know, it's like I have like a one of those hats that covers my ears on. So
I'll watch it anyway.
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get.
Let me see. So what
Ask
year is
for a
this?
mile, get an inch. Well, wait, what?
Oh my god, I totally remember when those hats were big.
Wait.
Oh.
Can we, hold on. I don't want to see the cat right now.
Oh, is that the cat?
Can we
still
zoom in
alive?
on you?
See, it's the site's so broken. It's not gonna work.
MySpace is just an abandoned
I can't
internet
believe it's
amusement
still
park.
up.
Like
I thought Justin Timberlake saved it or something.
no, the Black
I don't
Eyed Peas
recognize
bought
you.
it at
I
one
don't
time.
recognize you at all.
Did none of that work?
I've only
Oh,
seen you.
Yeah, you look like you were from Egypt.
I don't know Sans beard.
I don't know if
I only
it's
know you
Claire.
with beard.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
I'm like 20, maybe I'm 21,
Do you mind me asking how old you are now?
34.
Okay. So it's 21.
30 baby.
It looks
Pilots.
like it looks like
At the club, too.
fucking.
Man.
It almost looks like. Oh my god, there's the MySpace.
I'm just
icon.
surprised that you don't have a leather band like on your wrist. That's
You look like a rapper
Yeah.
from Egypt.
And what year is this
Egypt?
from?
Egypt, man.
This is 13 years ago. Do the math, Richie.
2008. 2008.
Yes,
2008.
yes.
Don't clap for me.
16 years ago.
16 years ago.
16. Okay, so that's
Because you said
2005.
you were 21.
So I
Oh,
was.
but maybe it's posted. Yeah. I was,
So I was, okay. You said 21, you're 34. I said 13, but maybe it's older.
Math.
No, well, he said 2008. I don't know when it. No, they can't hear me on the when I'm talking over there. But
Oh, okay.
Okay, but that's still like bananagrams. Like, huh?
Your joke with the, instead of saying the pandemic, you called it the pandemic more. Loving that.
Oh my god,
He's got a
thank
couple
you.
of them.
I've got a
Loving that.
couple of
and
them. Yeah.
I see you sneak them in. I'm hoping you're just going to do more throughout one set.
That's like the idea is I've said that it was supposed to go from like pandemic more because it sounds kind of like pandemic, and then it's just anything that starts with PAN. So I think I said
Panda.
pantyhose at one time, and
Pana-
Pantene Pro V,
panoramic.
Ever since the panda,
Panorama,
panda.
and Pandemonium, which I think Pandemonium could technically apply to what happened, right?
Panda.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Panda's too
That's what a
short. I thought about
pandemic is.
Panda before.
Wait,
'Cause
you,
it needs
you
to have-
messing with Demi Moore?
Pal and
Huh?
No, he's
What's
messing with pandemic.
Pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pantyhose, yeah.
Yeah.
Pandy.
But Pandemi Moore, I always liked Demi Moore as a baby. I liked her. She was
Demi
a-
Moore? You like Demi Moore?
Yeah, because she was a bad bitch in Charlie's Angels too, Full Throttle.
Demi Moore was in the second one?
Yeah,
More.
she was the
Which one
villain.
is that?
Oh, yeah, she is a villain.
She is?
In life.
Oh, she's done some evil things.
Evil things.
Has she?
Can we talk about?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. What did
Oh,
she
I-
do?
I have no idea.
Shut up, Nick.
Lying.
Oh my god.
I thought it was one
I'm
of
the
scenes
last
in
person to be in
secret
the
So
gossip.
okay,
Yeah.
so I thought that was kind of like I've always loved
I can't
Angelina
picture
Jolie
that
too,
one.
but I feel
I'm just
like
Team Bruce Willis is all I'm trying to say.
I'm team girls that Brad Pitt has dated. Those are the women. I
Ooh.
would date.
yeah, like Angelina Jolie. There's something evil behind her
Yeah,
eyes,
why not?
and I'm here for it. Like she
Mhm.
gave
Yeah.
her son Maddox, like at his 7th birthday, she
The
gave
name
him a
Maddox.
big ass knife, and I was like, there's something evil going on.
Yo,
She's training her son to be an
she got-
assassin.
Jennifer Aniston. She got Brad Pitt away from Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
In
she
90. Well,
she
no.
literally
Something
looked
like-
at
That's
Brad and was
impossible.
like, "You're
That was
mine now."
impossible.
Like,
She was like the American sweetheart. And then comes the hot cheerleader, and she was like,
okay, but have you
His
seen
boyfriend's mine.
Angelina's eyes and lips? Like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
can
I
do.
know.
You guys ever
whatever
see
she
that movie
wants.
Hackers?
yeah, she was bad in that movie.
Great movie.
You like that movie? I remember that movie, and I was like,
Love
I
that
remember
movie.
because I went to a nerd middle school, and I saw that I guess later after it came out, and we were like, this is the most inaccurate bull crap. we were roasting it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like it's cheesy, but
Yeah,
I like it,
oh,
yeah.
I didn't see it when I guess when I was younger.
Mhm.
We were like 13, 14.
Yeah.
So we were like, this is what the 90s were like? This is terrible. We were like, this is
It's like 5 years later, and you're like, this is the 90s.
this is
Whoa.
the 90s. This is gross.
I mean, like, it's weird looking at the 90s now and being like, oh, the 90s were gross. Everything
30
was
years
gross
ago.
about it.
30 years ago, man.
They had some good TV shows, but they were very white.
I mean,
Jackie Chan show. I'm just
Oh.
all
kidding.
because of show white, I mean it's not good. Though.
That
Okay.
actually,
Well,
I forgot about that
let me
show,
say,
actually.
all because they hired a bunch of people of color now doesn't mean these shows are good. Like,
I mean, okay, yeah, no, that's
there's
not
a
what I'm
lot
saying
of-
at all
there's a lot of-
either.
Huh?
Simpsons. I don't know.
Simpsons, they're people of color.
Those people
They're-
are yellow,
they're
so
Asian.
they're Asian.
It's very
Damn it,
strange
you
how
beat me to it
Asian-
by,
No,
like,
the,
a
the
second.
voice actors
I don't know why.
they cranked down on Hank
Yeah,
Azaria.
the guy
and
who played Apu had to
Apu,
come
yeah.
out and apologize for having a job in the 80s. What a monster out there.
No, I mean he's still doing the. He
Yeah.
was
Weird.
still doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Well,
are they
you're
not doing that
Indian.
anymore?
Well, I don't know one Indian guy that was ever offended by Apu. They're offended that you keep doing Apu.
They
to
made a whole
them.
documentary
That's what they're
about
mad
how
about.
some
Yeah.
Indian
They're not
people
mad that a guy
Oh,
is
there
playing-
were.
There was a whole documentary about.
Yeah, and it was from a comedian who used to be in Seattle.
Yeah,
Who comes back.
and he hated it. Yeah.
Well, I disagree
There's
with
different.
them.
What?
There's a
It's
lot of
not-
famous
it's my
comedians
opinion.
that have come out of Seattle, actually. I feel like there's been a lot of like big Seattle comedians who've like done things, and we just don't know enough about them.
Joel McHale was from Seattle.
Nick
Hey,
Thune is from
that's my boy. I
Seattle.
love Joe McHale, bro. It's Community.
Nick Thune.
It's a great show.
Fucking
Andy
greatest
Andy
show.
Haynes.
Yeah.
He's up and coming.
Mhm.
Or already
I know that there's more.
You
I
can.
literally just can't think of them right
Twice, at
now.
least.
Craig Gass. I don't know. Brody Stevens. Do you know that guy?
I did not know he was from Seattle.
Yeah, he
Where he
was in
lived.
the scene for a while here.
That's so cool. I like Brody Stevens.
And Anna Faris isn't a comedian, but she's funny as an actress. She's from here.
I would say
too.
that's a comedian. She's just not a stand-up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's not a comic, but she's
Yeah.
a comedian. Yeah.
And what's his face? Her ex-husband lived in like Stevens, I guess.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess just like famous people, that Cam Gigandet guy who played like the villain in Twilight, he's also from around these parts. And
Well,
Joe Coy. Joe
they-
Coy is from
Oh.
Tacoma,
yeah.
and my mom went to school with him.
That's
yeah.
cool.
hmm
Dave Matthews lives in Tangletown.
We do love Dave Matthews. You can see Macklemore around town every once in a while too. Yeah.
And that stupid Ryan Lewis. Just kidding. I have no opinion.
I don't know who that is.
I don't. He.
Like half the names y'all you said in the last 5 minutes, I was like, I know who that is. Other half, I'm like, I don't know.
Just famous people.
I know
They're
Chris
just yeah,
Pratt.
people around.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Of all these people play superheroes, I know who they are, but they don't. So
Mm-hmm.
they should. I think everyone should play.
I would love to play a
Everyone in
superhero.
Hollywood should be able to play a superhero.
I was talking about
In my
me.
world, everyone gets superhero money.
Would you play a already made superhero, or would you like be your own?
Do something
new one?
original.
I would probably be something original.
But
for
also
sure.
Batman Beyond.
What would be?
Ready made, 100%. I don't
Would-
want to fuck it up.
would you be like? What would it be? Would you be like just super fit and strong and fast, or
I would want to be like super hot for sure, like very aesthetically pleasing. I would want like a skanky superhero costume. Like I'm thinking like a leotard of some kind for sure.
Would you like have a? Do you have
Cape?
your ears
Yes.
pierced or
I
anything?
used to.
What if you had like something like some explosive that you'd unattach from your ear and like fucking
One of them hoop.
You know?
Yeah, give me an original power that you'd want.
I mean, I don't know if I would have an original power. I have always thought like I've always wanted like villain powers, like
Same.
there's
Same.
there was like a character in that show Heroes who was a villain and she had like electricity and I was like I want to shock people, or like Dakota Fanning from Twilight could like hurt people with her mind. I was like that's great.
I feel
I
like
love that.
I'd want just something subtle, like anyone I see ever, I could just make them fall on their face, like just trip them.
Mm.
Like that's it. It's like I could get away if I have to. If I don't like you, I can make it happen. Like
it's a pratfall.
I still
just-
like
I don't know what that means.
I still like the idea
It's
of
when you
hurting
fall on-
people. So
Fall on purpose.
Make people do comical
Yeah,
falls.
and I could do it hard or light, like
You're
it's
like-
a trip and they catch themselves. So I
You
just
said the-
make them, or I can make it like you're on some cement. That's gonna be bad, you know.
Okay.
That's where
Where
my
you
Let's
gonna
mind
take
goes.
if we just picking powers, I'm
Yeah.
picking Superman's powers. And
ew, you're
That's
weak.
that's like
Laser-
10. That's like 10 different ones. You gotta
Okay,
choose
fine.
one.
Laser eyes,
Laser
see
eyes.
through.
That's-
Laser eyes, really?
Laser eyes is all I want, really, because I like Cyclops. So
You do?
He
Yeah.
could have all of them. Why not?
why not? You guys didn't limit that.
Yeah.
I
You
just
limited
it.
yourselves.
I
I mean,
just
like,
limited
I-
it.
He was
Okay,
like, "What
if we're-
superpower would you want?" You all chose one. I chose
Okay, well, if
them
we're
all.
doing that, then I would
just-
fucking Jean Grey. That would
Jean
be
Grey.
me
So
for
you're not gonna
sure.
control your powers because she don't know.
You
Shouldn't
lose.
have inst- I
You
shouldn't
lose
have
your
instigated
shit.
You got to
this.
take their weakness. Like I'm scared of a green rock. Like, ooh, but it doesn't.
No, but
exist
yeah,
here.
but
Okay,
then-
well then in that case, Scarlet Witch. Like I would want that. Like that would
she's
be.
also crazy.
Yeah,
Scarlet who?
let me be crazy.
So you just
I-
want to be crazy.
have you met me? Yeah,
Just wanna be
like
crazy. Okay, that's cool.
I want to be able to go off.
I mean,
And-
Jean Grey definitely goes off.
She does.
Yeah, I
Becoming
just
the Phoenix.
And Scarlet Witch is literally almost the same thing, but it says magic instead of.
No.
I don't know Scarlet Witch.
You don't know Scarlet.
It's the same
Witch?
thing, but magic.
What?
It's the
she was
same thing-
Magneto's
it's the
daughter.
Same thing as
Yeah.
Phoenix, Force or whatever, but magic. She's
But magic?
Yeah.
What
She's
does
like
that
really
mean?
strong.
Like she's
like
like
you know how Jean Grey's like crazy strong with her
Okay,
mind stuff.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
replace mind mental with magic, and then it's the same.
Kind of like what? But
It's like
what
a
is
different
magic,
vessel
though?
for
I
the
mean,
power.
like by the same, I mean like their characters, they're too strong, and they both have red hair,
Okay.
and they both
Yeah.
fly around. Like they literally all like almost the same.
It's pretty much the same shit. It's the same
we really
shit.
struck a chord with them. We
'Cause-
would go for
'cause-
another 2 hours.
Because Wanda
Yeah.
is a mutant, though. Yeah.
They are literally the same.
Okay, I'm sorry. We might have gone down a rabbit hole, so we'll stop right
nerds.
there.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, I
My
do-
second power would be Iceman's power, because in the comic books it is grossly misused and miscalculated.
And
Dude
honestly,
is so strong, and they never use him. They always talk about fucking Wolverine. Fuck Wolverine. Who cares about Wolverine? I don't care anymore. 1,000
Right.
stories that dude is in. He's like Batman. Like I haven't read a new Batman comic or a new idea with Wolverine or Batman in 50 years.
He's
like it's been the same. Like
he's just a hangry. He's an
Angry guy.
angry, hairy
he's not
guy.
even good at fighting.
I mean, honestly, I would even settle for just like good reflexes and agility. Like I would totally be okay
Just
with
in
that.
life, yeah. Even if it's
Yeah.
just heightened, just slightly past Usain Bolt and whatever gymnast. you're
Yeah,
like,
I
okay.
would be like, this is fine. I can put on a
Steph Curry
cute little
accuracy.
slutty
And
costume.
you never have to stretch. That's a big one. For
Yeah,
me. Like,
I could wear
I
high
could,
heels and like just fight crime.
If I could break dance really well, I'd like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
just-
doing the gymnast horse thing where you're like, wait, what is
I
it
know
like?
exactly
like
what
that?
you're talking before you even said
I
anything.
wonder
You did
how
this.
You can do like some people like slowly walk up in the air with their just
on
flexing
their
abs or
on
whatever.
their hands. Yeah,
on their
walking on the
back.
hands.
That's amazing.
Oh,
we should
yeah.
all teach ourselves. We should have a challenge for the summer. Like we all can do like one thing, whether it's a backflip or something.
I'm a
or-
dunk of basketball.
Dude,
That's
I
a
thought I
thing.
was
I'm
gonna
not
try
gonna
and
do
learn a
it.
handstand last summer. I like just started doing like all the beginner workouts where like you like put your hands on the ground and
Yeah.
your feet on a table, and then like you slowly like learn. And I
Mhm.
was like, I think after like 2 weeks of that, I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do this.
Why? Why'd you quit after 2 weeks?
I don't recall. I think I was sad, honestly. I think
That
that's
you
what
weren't there
happened.
yet? Or
No,
just for other reasons.
Like there was other things going on in my life,
Started
or
on-
actually, it
you
wasn't
saw
sad.
a bunny and thought
I
you were dead friends.
started
Bunnies.
seeing someone and spending more time with him,
Okay.
and then I was like,
And
You
they
should
didn't
have
push
him-
you?
You should
No,
you
'cause-
just practice doing 69 up upstanding
Yeah,
69.
that'd be good.
I'm
Ugh.
just kidding.
I don't know if he was strong enough to do that, but I mean, like,
Or
with
just-
my hands on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
you
like
guys
to
could
use
do
my
that
hands when I'm
and
giving a
then-
blow. Like,
Oh, it
Your
was
hands
just
are
it
needed.
was mostly a joke, but
but you're onto something.
he could just hold your feet while you're against the wall, and then you just have to have somebody spotting you so they can like help stabilize you.
So there needs to be a third person.
No,
I'm always
Filming,
open. Well, I'm
filming.
always hoping
Oh,
to
yeah,
a
so
third. I
four
don't
people.
know.
Someone film.
you need 13 people.
Wait, I heard. What'd you say?
I said I'm always
extras.
open to a third.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Extras.
I'm into that. Three-way sex is my favorite sex.
Is it really?
Absolutely. Any chance I get to be in a three-way, I'm like, please sign me up. I
Mhm.
will be there. 4 is kind of just like, I will do it. 5, I'm like, this is too many cooks in the kitchen.
Really?
Yeah, too many cooks in a queen bed, so I can't.
What if there was a second bed?
I
What if it
think
was, like,
I think my cap
two
is
beds,
definitely
yeah.
4 because like I've been in situations where it's been
It's
very
been-
large groups of like men having sex together,
Mhm.
and I didn't like it. Like not because it like wasn't exciting, because it was very exciting and it was very like intriguing to be a part of, but I was just like, there's not enough attention on me. I feel like I have to like look
Mhm.
for attention, and then like
That's
it
a
just
thing, though.
Selfish.
I don't know. I think beyond I think after 4 it becomes way less intimate, and I kind of like it when there's like a lot of like biting and
yeah.
like other things.
You
attention
can't
being
bite with
pulled.
5?
You okay? It's just
Hoop it.
it's just different. Like it's so
I know
different.
what you mean.
Do you? I mean, like, do you want to come to the next one
What
so you
if
can
the
see what I'm
lights are
talking
off?
I
about?
feel
Yeah.
like I low key would I would watch for probably a minute and be like, all right, I'm good, but just to see.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I definitely am sure I can find someone who's into that.
So
Just
like,
like-
go watch for a minute. Okay.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Can you blur out everything?
Wow, that
I'm
is
just
crazy.
kidding.
And out. Yeah.
But
Getting up
yeah,
in a-
if anyone has a chance to do more 3-ways, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement to everyone watching this podcast too. Just
3 ways.
3 ways,
3 ways.
make the world go round and everyone's happier.
Brought to you by Third Wheel.
That's cool. That's a good way.
A little bit about me.
Anyone else? Three ways?
So,
Four
yeah, I
ways?
feel like
I've heard of 3 ways, but I've been in like more like what is it? What's second base? What's third base?
Third base?
Like a third base
Of a
3-way.
three-way?
Like
Oh,
kind
like
of
that.
Like there was like
Oh.
one
Like
gal
oral
giving
sex.
two blowjobs.
like
or
I
like,
got some blowjob ish, action, and then they exchange some blowjob stuff, and then or whatever oral, I guess oral.
Ooh.
I feel like that.
cunnilingus. And
Yeah, this is a CNN interview.
Oral sounds weird.
And you're just like the president being really
Say it.
honest about what had happened,
Actually, I don't think oral does sound weird to me. I think,
Okay.
but we also use that a lot on like Grinder and stuff. Like, what are you into? Oh, I'm into oral.
No, it
Yeah.
sounds weird coming out of my mouth because I don't usually talk about sex on the podcast or in general.
Sex
Yeah.
and superheroes is very much the 13-year-old centric. Like,
I mean, like that's
Yeah.
just like up my alley, though. Like,
Yeah,
that is
no,
just me in a
exactly.
nutshell. Yeah.
I almost had a foursome, but I was drunk off whiskey and acid, and my dick didn't work. Man.
yeah.
Damn, you still could have ate. Like,
Oh well, by the time I
Could've
did
been
start
chilling, yeah.
working, was just normal sex. It was just me and her, and then the other two were fucking somewhere else.
That's cool, though.
Yeah.
Was it like another couple?
Yeah, it was one of my friends and his ex and this girl who saw me at a party once when I had pajama pants on and was like all about me. And at that party, I was like, hell yeah, this is dope.
She
I
likes
sex with this
you in
girl.
Were the
pajamas.
pajama
Yeah, I don't know.
pants
I was wearing
form-fitting?
pajama. It was my house, so
Were
like
they
I'm wearing pajama
form-fitting?
pants, and
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
were very form fitting. As soon as she saw me, she was all about me. But she had her boyfriend there, and this was like 6 months prior. And then
Okay.
I never saw this crazy girl that loved me in front of her boyfriend ever again. And then she just showed up when I was drunk and on acid. And my friend, my roommate's ex, she came and she didn't tell me like earlier. She was like, it was like 10 minutes. She was like, "You guys want to have a foursome?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then these girls come over drunk, and I was like, "Oh, well, we weren't not ready for this." I had to wake up my roommate. Like, I was like, "Yo, what's happening? Oh my god, wake up!" I was like, "Wait a minute." And then like 10 minutes later, I was like,
I got
"Wake
mint
up.
gum.
Oh my
Like-
god, what's this?" I was like, "What's going on?" And then,
It's happening.
it was a lot of emotions. Just like,
Yeah.
Were they cool about it?
yeah, they were cool about it. The things I flipped out because 2 months prior, like I haven't sex. I don't have sex like you. I barely have sex. You know what I mean? And like 2 months prior to me in college, barely having sex, my dick also didn't work because I had too much whiskey again. You know what I mean?
You gotta
So
lay
it
off
was
the
like
whiskey.
2 in a row. I don't drink whiskey anymore. It was
I-
2 in
yeah.
a row, and like I remember because I was tripping on acid the second time. I was like, my dick is never gonna work again. You know, I was.
You were overthinking.
I was 23, and I'm like, my dick is never
Yeah.
gonna work again. I
Oh,
was like,
dude.
for the rest of my life, I was terrified. But it didn't work again, like 30 minutes later. But
I would still be very sad, like if I missed out on an opportunity.
it hurts every time I see my friend. I won't say his name, but every time I
Yeah.
see him, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I ruined it.
I mean, he still could have gone and had a three-way though. Like he could have just done it. Like
he could have, but he didn't. Thank God, because I would have just been crying in my room.
I would have been like, okay, good night, Jamal. Thanks for waking me up.
I just needed to eat food, right? And then like
Or you needed
wait
to
an
eat
hour.
ass. Like that's what you needed to
nah,
do.
That wasn't. It wasn't doing. It was you push rope.
Dude, you
push
didn't say a
rope,
word.
bro?
He was like,
You push
it
rope,
was very
bro?
Dallas of
It's
you.
very embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's very. You push
Yeah,
rope.
I went to
before?
Whataburger.
Yeah, or fucking Dale. You know what I mean? I do that all the time.
Oh, okay. I get what you're
Oh,
saying.
no,
there.
hold on. That was a hood. That's my favorite scene from that show. Oh my god.
What show?
King of the Hill.
Uh-huh.
When I forgot what's his name, Dale.
Dale.
Yeah,
You
he
said
can't.
it.
He speaks like that.
The
Oh,
Fast
So
I know
like he
you-
was the quarterback in the flashback, and the other team was like, "What?" You know what I mean? He's like, "Oh no, down to the hut," and the other team's like, "What? Okay, what he said."
That's
great.
awesome.
Good stuff.
It's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone else dicks work? Good. Okay.
Dick's work.
My
Yeah,
dick's working now. but
My-
now
I've definitely
I'm
been
still
anxious
alone.
before this.
I was gonna say like my dick has definitely stopped working at times, but then I'm just like, there's a hole. Like
Yeah.
if you want to stick it in,
That's nice of you.
yeah.
My very first time I was going to have sex. I was like 15. And
Yeah.
I was dating this girl, and we're about to do it. And then I put a condom on. I'm ready to go. She just gets in this long spiel. She's like, "I think I love you. I need you to say it
And you're
back."
like, ooh.
She's like, "This is important to me."
Let's have a TED Talk.
10 minutes. I'm gonna say at least 10 minutes. So
Oh my
clearly,
God.
even at
Was
the
your
age
dick hard this whole time, or was it like slowly
slowly
going
go down, right? Just like any normal person.
In the
Just-
wrapper.
it maybe lasted
Christ.
3-4 minutes, but then just long
It
talk.
tried. It tried. its
There's
best.
only one condom. So then
Oh,
she's
no.
like, "Now I'm ready," and I was like, "Clearly I'm not." And then she laughed at me, and then we broke up.
Uh,
That broke my fucking heart.
That broke your heart?
That was, well, no, I was this
that
close to having
reality
sex.
stand-up.
Then she breaks up with
Oh.
me and laughs at my flaccid penis.
So she says, "I'm in love with you," and then laughs at your flaccid penis.
Yep.
She's an idiot.
What's her name?
That's like,
Say
that's
her
like
name.
Me
No, no,
walking
no,
up
no.
to a girl, be like, "You ready to have sex?" Yeah. Okay, cool. I need to tell you about this One Piece episode I just watched
Yeah.
for
Yeah, yeah,
15
yeah.
minutes.
Trust me.
And then after that, I'm like, "Why is this pussy so dry? What's going on? What's going on around here?" I'm done with you, girl. Like, what the?
You're so annoying, but that was hilarious.
Wait, which episode did you talk about?
It wouldn't matter.
No, of what show?
Oh, One Piece. Oh,
One Piece?
any anime. Any,
Oh, okay.
anything.
Oh, okay, I
Anything
was
the
like,
girl's
yeah.
not into. You know what I mean?
Attack of the
You know what LeBron
Titans.
did? Let me tell you, Steph Curry
Yeah,
stats today. Like, dry vagina. You know?
Say
And then
Seth
break up with
Rogen's-
her and be like, "This dusty dry vagina, I'm out of here." Like,
Oh my god.
you should call her back now as a grown man and be like, "I hate you."
Yeah,
And then
right.
hang up the phone. It's like, "I hate you."
I've kept your number all these years
It's
for
fine.
this moment.
I gotta let
Like,
it go. I lived a full life since, but I'm glad I shared.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with us. That was hilarious, and
Mhm.
I'm really happy. And for a second, I was kind of like, wow, 15 is young. But I was like, that's not really that young.
But then it didn't happen, so it's cool. you
But
know?
I mean, I
close.
guess, yeah, I
Real
guess it didn't
close.
happen. So
Within
when did you
ages.
lose your virginity?
Oh, it was like it was years later. I was like,
Oh, shut up!
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
been salty about that for years then.
Did you go to
kinda
school with her?
was. In high school, not in college. No.
Where?
Oh,
But you had to,
you
like-
had to go to high school with her the rest of the.
No, she was much older. She graduated after before I did. You know,
Thank
so
God. Get
Okay.
out of here.
yeah,
Wait, so
Yeah.
how old was she?
Get outta here.
18, I think.
So she was 18, fucking a 15-year-old, and then professed her love to a 15-year-old, and then made fun of him when his dick stopped working. She sounds like a great person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have
Actually,
dodged a bullet, Nick.
Yeah.
But she clearly didn't love you, so she's a liar. First off, you know what I mean. You just said she said all this lovey stuff and then broke up with you. So
It's
she's
high
a
school
liar.
though, so you never know.
Yeah.
Facts.
Sometimes I think that like I like started late, but then I was like, I really didn't, because my first sexual experience was when I was like 14 in
Mhm.
like 8th grade. But then I didn't lose my like virginity until I was like 24.
Dude, I didn't kiss a girl till that same year. Like I was late on everything. Like
Oh, 15. Yeah, I didn't kiss a girl till I was 17.
yeah.
Anything till I was 17.
And I've been saying 15 this whole time. I mean 16, by the way. I didn't
Okay,
clarify. I
okay.
said it, yeah. So.
Thank you for clarifying.
Mhm. So.
Yeah, I didn't kiss a
Sex.
boy until I was like 19. I kissed a girl when I was like
Eighth grade,
15.
Yeah, whatever.
15, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever year.
We're just doing
sophomore
our
year is.
stats. This is our Pokemon card right here.
Yeah.
They're all bad cards, so like we're
Yeah.
just terrible.
Jesus. We'll work our way.
The stats.
Yeah.
Tried to do it earlier, but I couldn't. They
And then-
kept saying no.
And then I was 26 the first time I got fisted. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that.
Do tell.
Double fisted.
I definitely did not do that.
I remember.
Whoa.
I was like talking about this. I remember the first time a girl told me to choke her. I was like, no, because I thought it was
Really?
a trick. I was like, she's trying to get me to go to jail or something. I almost
Yeah,
kicked her
yeah,
out of my
yeah.
house. I was like,
I want my
I was
boyfriend
like
to get real
insulted. I was
jealous.
like, how dare you think I do that? And then I was like, all right, fine. Like an hour later. But
Yeah. After she was.
not an hour later.
dry.
After she was like, yeah, she was like, have sex with me. And I was like, okay, fine. Like,
You know how to do
didn't
it,
have
right?
that. And not then I didn't. I do now.
Yeah.
I was just. throwing it
Sometimes
out
I get too excited and I still do it wrong.
Do you really? Oh, God.
Sometimes I still have trouble
It's
getting the
weird
bra
that
off.
all
dude.
women
Do you
think that
actually?
every man
think
knows
it'd
how
be
to be
just-
super
yeah.
violent, and I'm like, I'm not a violent guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you had to tell me how. Like, I didn't know how to hold a girl's hair, like, in, like,
Oh, you
when
were
I'm having
just
sex. I don't know how to
fucking-
do that. The sex has stopped many times. I was like, I'm gonna grab your hair, and I grab it. They're like, no, that's not. So, I'm not a violent person.
Wait,
Everyone's
there-
different though, right?
Is
So-
there a
Yeah.
way to grab
I
hair?
think it's supposed to be in the middle, right?
Sometimes
Well,
you
you
can. Yeah, there is ways.
It's
It's
about
not-
pulling the roots of a certain part of
Yeah.
of the person's.
I
Scalp,
literally
right?
didn't know that, because like guys will just like, when my hair was long, guys would just like grab fistfuls, and I'd be like, careful, it falls out easy.
Shit, really.
That probably did not help.
You're like,
That probably did not. That probably did not help. Not at all.
it's a toupee.
And plus, with black girls,
Yeah.
you can't do it with black girls because just fucking hair comes off.
Is your
Weave,
wig?
yeah.
Snatch
I
your
pulled
wig
the girl's wave off in the 7th grade. Because we were like, it was this girl named Lily. I think she died, so R.I.P. as an adult, not as a kid, but like, she, we were arguing in 7th grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like,
You pulled her. Oh.
she said something to me, and I like walked away. I was like, whatever, Lily, and I did one of those fucking, because I'm good at making fun of black girls. So I was like, pow, pow. I was like, whatever, and I turned.
Oh, no.
And then she like pulled my fro, right? And I was like, oh, what? And then she just turned around, like she didn't pull
You
my
got in a
hair.
girl fight?
So I turned around and I just like, I swear to God, bro, I tapped her. I had her hair and I tapped it like this. You know what I didn't pull. It wasn't like I tapped it and then it just like fell. And like I grew up, I only have a brother, so I was like, oh, your hair just fell out. I
No.
had no idea. She was all embarrassed. And I was like, she have cancer? What? I was like, how did her hair just come off?
That shit's funny.
I was so confused.
That shit's funny.
I'm so sorry for
I got
laughing
sent
so
to the
hard. That was
office.
hilarious.
Sent to the office for pulling, and it said pulling a girl's weave out.
Did you apologize?
Yeah, I had to, which is bullshit because we were having a playful argument. Like
Yeah.
there was no right or wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't know her hair would come off if you blew on it. Okay, like it sounds like she got a bad weave. If you ask me, so.
I feel like I was just trying to ask you like a question, like you're just like at Comic-Con after your first movie with Superman or whatever, and you just like get into this thing.
Like,
I was
"Dude, you remember 7th grade? Well, what's that dude that interviews rappers and stuff? And he was like he'll be like, "Did you pull a girl's weave off this? You know about that? Like, let me tell everyone about this."
Oh yeah, the guy with wears the hat.
Yeah.
Who's,
And he's like-
Nardwar.
He's like, you
Nardwar,
know,
yeah.
December 3rd, 1999.
You're like, how did
You
whoa,
got an
whoa.
88 on your spelling test. Whoa! How did you...
Magic Twix or Nardwuar questions? What would you rather have? Nardwuar questions all day.
No more questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had no more questions for everyone. That way I can.
That's
freak
your
out.
superpower.
Yeah, that's a good.
You just know
superpower.
deep, dark secrets, but they're not necessarily like,
Not
too-
dark enough. Like
Yeah, not dark. Yeah.
You can't kill me over this. Would you be like, how did you know that? And I just like
That's cool.
poof, like Batman, like throw a thing down and
All
run
right,
away.
disappear.
Yeah.
Ominous
Smoke
questions.
Yeah.
It's like I
The
can see you leaving
Armanizer.
through the door.
Like close your eyes for a second, okay? Poof. It's running out.
That is cool, actually.
That would be dope power. You could trick everyone. Yeah. I'm just thinking about that power now.
I'm sorry.
It's bothering
Thinking about
people.
weaves.
And weaves, they come off.
I'm riding
a
the
lot of them
bus.
come from India. Have y'all seen Good Hair by Chris
I
Rock?
really want to watch that. It's
Yeah, it
it's
came out in,
on
like,
Hulu.
2010 or something like that. It's old, but it's Chris Rock. He explains black hair in America, like the weaves and where
Chris
it all
Rock
comes
does.
from. And they literally cut like Indian girls from India and cut her hair at a movie theater and sell it to us here, so we can look like y'all. Well, it's more like you actually, because it don't look white. When people tell they look, it looks more like a brown, blacker hair. Oh, I guess y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I'd already known this. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I'd already known all of
Yeah.
this. I have black female friends. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
I know the hair program that was Locks for Love. I know that one.
You know my life.
That's
Was that a
where,
s-
like people who get cancer and lose their hair,
You
and
just give
then
it away.
yeah, you grow your own hair out, and then you got to get it to a certain length minimum.
Charge the cancer kids double because they're willing to pay.
And it needs to be like healthy
What,
too.
they
I
gotta
think
pay-
like
are they gonna
I
recover
couldn't
that
donate
credit?
my hair because I've like bleached the shit out of it.
Oh right.
Yeah.
They're like, well, unless they're like willing to accept damaged hair.
Yeah, we have a hair shortage at the moment.
Like, I
I
might
bet
be bald and
constantly.
losing my hair, but I only want the pristine.
I want the finest of hair.
There's this black comedian in Tacoma who talked about how his brother wears cornrows, but
Mhm.
he's like has a receding hairline, so it's like they're getting harvested.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
That is actually really
There was a
good.
comic here from Dallas who, when I came up here, moved to like Arizona or something. So I never really met him. But he's got cornrows and his go like they start so far back. And like to me, I'm like, yo, just get rid of it.
No, he's super cool. What's
Jordan
his
made
name?
it cool for black guys to be bald. So just be bald.
Jordan did.
Yeah, and it's still cool.
There was
Like,
no one
ABA,
before.
I'm sure there was, but Jordan made it really cool.
It's Jordan's Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Jordan. You know what I mean?
Did Shaquille O'Neal make it cool to be really big?
I think it's
I think that
always
was
been
always been cool.
Because, I
Yeah,
mean,
Andre
he's
the
big.
Giant. Well, okay, he was.
that was
alive.
like
That
too
dude
much.
in the Bible, he was big. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
There's
the,
a bunch of big people.
Goliath?
Yeah.
Well, he lost though. I guess his brother. Imagine being Goliath and like let's say he survived that and you go home and like what happened? This little man beat me up with a rock. It hurts my feelings. Goliath, you're 7 feet tall. Well, 5 feet. I know. That's crass. No.
Your
No.
last bit was funnier.
I think that's hilarious. The guys
I
losing
wasn't
to small
listening.
The guys losing to small guys. How's that not funny?
I saw you had a Bible in your apartment. Have you read it?
It's my brothers.
Okay.
Are you guys religious?
My parents are.
Mhm.
So you guys don't do like the whole God thing anymore?
I think my brother's more into it than me, but I don't. I
Mhm.
never liked it from the get go.
I thought I was so cool when in elementary school they were like sitting the Pledge of Allegiance, and I was like, "Fuck this." Like,
Rebel.
You were just ahead of the curve. Yeah.
Probably, but only because my parents were never religious. There was never an affiliation.
You kneeled. I'm just kidding.
That'd be funny, but no, I didn't. I just would be like, mm-mm.
I didn't want to get up to go to church. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
8
I-
a.m., 7 a.m. on a Sunday?
No.
Get
People
out of here.
working.
What are you talking about? I'm like
For-
2 years old. Like, what? I can't, no, leave
We
me
had
here. I was like, leave me here.
We had a Mazda minivan, and I sat in the back one time and like put a seatbelt on, and then put the other 2 seatbelts on, like so I had 3 on, and I'm just like,
I'm not going.
When you strapped yourself to the back of the van instead of going to church.
And did your mom just
You were,
like
like,
click,
16
click,
years
click,
old when
click?
you
no, I was probably like 8.
Yeah, yeah,
but I went there.
I would've did
What
it.
kind of were you like Christian
It
or
was
like?
Catholic.
Oh, I was Catholic too. We're a lot of crazy. I
That's-
feel
I was
like
like,
there's
that's
a lot of
honestly the
scary
worst
shit that
part.
happens in the Catholic church.
It's the worst one.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's the worst one. Because they winning. Because they're winning. Like, I don't like most religions, but I feel like. I mean, that one's-
Catholicism is the one
it's-
that
like, if you believe in
bothers
God
you.
and stuff, that's fine. But, like, yo, those are so much pedophilia. in
There's-
the Catholic
I see,
Church. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
And feet washing.
Yes, and feet washing.
Wait, did your church actually do that?
They did some feet washing.
That is
Oh,
nuts, because that was always like my favorite Bible story growing up.
thought you were gonna
About
say-
Mary Magdalene like cleaning Jesus's feet with her hair, and I was like, not very absorbent.
With her hair?
Yeah,
Wow,
she
okay. I
she
forgot
bought like
about that.
expensive perfume with her whore money, and then she like cleaned Jesus's feet and was like, "Forgive me," and she
With
like
her
dried.
whore hair.
Yeah, and she dried his feet with her hair, and I was like, not absorbent,
I'd be
but
like, I'm
whatever.
never touching Jesus'
Um,
feet again.
He's like, oh, I got all this hair on my feet now. You know?
He was like, and who knows what else? But I'm sorry, that
Oh,
was
man.
rude. I will say I love sex workers and I support sex workers,
Yeah.
but
Especially
I support
biblical sex
with me.
workers.
biblical sex workers.
What?
I support
said-
sex with Jamal too.
I said I would
Oh.
support sex with me.
We're all endorsing the fact
But-
that Jamal.
That has always worked.
When did you stop being Catholic?
We stopped
He never
going.
was.
We stopped going as often when I was like in 4th or
Parents
5th
got
grade.
lazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we're just gonna go on Easter and something else,
Big money
like
days.
Christmas. You know.
My mom took us to church a couple times for Christmas, and I was like, "This is the one way to ruin Christmas is to
The-
take me here."
the-
You know what I mean? I'm like, "Why would you do that?"
I think the fun part about that, one of them
was
was
a
you
demon.
got a little candle with a little thing you got to hold or something, like a
Mhm.
lit candle. So
Okay.
I'm like, if you bring fire into the church, then
Well,
That's
I'm
awesome.
Methodist, so ours is a little more relaxed. We don't have any of these.
Yeah, Catholic
Rituals.
church was like a workout too,
It's,
because like
up,
we have to
down.
up,
Yeah,
down,
I went when I
singing.
was like 11 to my friend's church, and I
We have
was like,
snack
"This is
time in the
terrible.
middle of the
This is way
church too.
But it is 40 minutes, 90, 50 minutes, or something like that. Isn't it?
Mhm.
My church was 2 hours.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 hours of singing and dancing. Like I
Okay.
can go to sleep at a concert. I can go to sleep at the Super Bowl because I went to this church.
I fell
It's like if I'm not enjoying something, I've mastered just going to sleep. Like I do not
I
care.
used to get hit on the back of the head because
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
fall
me
asleep in
too.
church.
Uh,
My dad would smack me.
One time I got up and I sat with a different old black lady instead of my mom because she kept hitting me. It's like literally like in the middle, like the sermon. He's giving like his 30-minute sermon in his 2 hours.
Yeah.
Stand up in the front and I go sit by some other black lady. I didn't know who she was. I just sat by her and then I was like 5 and I just started leaning. I
Aw,
just didn't
that's
care.
cute.
Didn't care at all. I was like, my mom's a trip. She won't let me sleep. Unreal.
Damn, that's fun.
I went to a funeral for. I don't know if we were actually blood related. Anyways,
Some dead guy.
So yeah,
but they offered gluten-free communion at the funeral.
Shut.
when
Yeah.
was this?
This was like 6
So you
years
guys can
ago.
update
Whoa.
stuff. They can update stuff.
Or a
Good for
few.
them. All right. All right, Catholics.
I heard
Okay.
they in the pandemic now they're anointing Purell, like, you know,
Oh, that's the
hand
Stop.
holy water now.
sanitizer. They're like, oh, this is the holy hand sanitizer. The germs will go to hell now. Or you know, I don't know.
I'm for it.
Cleanse yourselves of
But
your
there's a
sins and your
specific brand that
germs. Like,
sponsors.
Right.
They don't use Germex; they use Purell.
Some mega church is like, here is all the
Man, it's-
create a Purell pipeline or
oh
something.
my god,
you know?
yeah. Leave it to the church to find a way to profit off of this. Like,
Yeah, it's a
Or
good
promote
business
it.
model.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
got
good.
my face mask with a Bible quote on it. You know, Bible verse.
wait,
Which
did you
was,
actually?
No, I'm just saying
Okay.
like that's something they do.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. But those people aren't wearing masks. Like I have
That's
a
true.
friend whose mom caught COVID at church, like in the middle of the panorama, because they were like, "Well, if we go to church, like we can't get COVID," and it was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
like,
everyone
"Oh,
got
where'd you
COVID,
get
because
COVID?"
some dude tested
Good.
positive and shared soup with everyone.
Shared
yeah,
soup.
like they were all eating soup together that he had made or
It
something
sounds
like that.
like they were like, "Oh, COVID says we shouldn't be together, but God says we are already together." And
That's-
everyone jump into this pool naked.
Yeah, and that was basically it. Yeah.
Everyone eats this soup using one spoon. There wasn't
That's-
one junkie in there. Like you can't share.
Or you're just sharing
meals?
the air with them, or they spit
Yeah.
in the soup. But,
Yeah.
or, I don't know.
I mean,
If you use one spoon, I don't know.
it would
one
make
spoon.
me nervous.
The
though.
holy spoon, the Jesus. Replica of
I never read the
Jesus
Bible.
spoon.
So.
You're like, is that a thing?
Yeah, I was waiting. I was like,
I mean, there was a story about like the 2 fish and the loaves of bread.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
you split COVID.
Yeah, that's what they did. They
s-
like this. A man went to the hill, prayed, and then was like, "Give this COVID to everyone," and that's what happened.
My favorite Bible verse was the one about the baby, and then like two moms were like, "This is my baby." or whatever. Like so it was like a mom who had the baby, and then some liar, right? And then like the city or whatever couldn't figure it out. And then the king, I think it was Solomon. I don't know. King Solomon was like, "All right, we'll just cut the baby in half, and then you get this side and you get this side." And then one lady somehow was like, "Okay, that's fine." And the other lady was like, "Oh, my baby!" And it's like, "Okay, we'll give you the baby, and you are punished like for lying."
Oh, I see. That's how they found out they were a fibber.
Yeah, because she didn't. Imagine that. Imagine like losing on your lie because you're like, "Oh yeah, cut the baby in half. That's good for me." I want the bottom half, you know. I want the top half. Like what?
I like that.
I was thinking like this way, like
Same.
down the
Right?
middle. Yeah.
The baby's gonna die regardless.
I mean, like, yeah, but then you'd have
It's
like
Bible time.
half of a whole baby.
If you get like a cut, yeah, I think you die.
Yeah, back then.
Back in the day.
You.
Way back in the day, yo, they were writing
Before
these fibs down like
measles vaccines. Yeah. Well, we can wrap it up. We've been probably going like hour 20 or something. Whatever.
Oh wow,
you
has
wanna
it been
do.
that long? How do you usually wrap up your pods?
I guess
It's like a whole week.
self promotion. I put the thing back on and I play an outro song, but that's about it.
Okay.
Simple, nice and simple.
Yeah. Should we do that, or do you want to say? Anybody want to say something?
Come to Flying Rivera.
Okay, like
Wait,
let's
let
start
me-
over, Jamal. Like,
Parlor Tricks is putting out shows every other Sunday at Flying Boots Ravenna. We have a great show, a great lineup. April 25th, that's a Sunday. The show starts at 7 o'clock. You can buy tickets at PayPal or Venmo at Parlor Tricks Comedy. And Andrew Frank will be our headliner, and he's going to put on a great show. And we also have a show at The Collective, May 6th. And that'll be a great lineup as well. Joe Dombrowski will be featuring there. So we got plenty of other shows coming up. So, and hopefully at a venue near you, we'll be able to perform.
and then
with the knife.
also please be on the lookout for our future YouTube videos and TikToks, and follow us on Instagram
Thank
the I don't remember Instagram.
Parlor
At Parlor
At
Tricks
Parlor
Comedy.
Tricks Comedy.
Yeah, it's all the same.
That's it. At Parlor Tricks Comedy.
Yeah.
All the same, all around.
Yeah.
Can I do my own shameless
Yeah,
plug?
you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can catch me hosting. This is Ricci Armani. Oh wait, this is on camera.
Keep it in.
You can catch me hosting for Joe Dombrowski at the Tacoma Comedy Club on May 23rd.
Mhm.
Tickets are in my bio, which is just RICCI_Armani.
When's
find me.
Mother's Day again?
The
The
9th.
ninth?
May 9th, yeah.
The 9th at Flying Boots. It's an open mic, so bring your mom. She can do stand up about you.
Yeah, Jamal's hosting. And I got a feature set, Laughs Comedy Club, April 22nd. That's this Thursday.
Cool.
All right.
I'll play the outro or whatever.
You look like an Egyptian rapper. Now. I can't get over it.
He looks like what?
An Egyptian rapper. He's just like.
Can we see more MySpace pictures?
Wait, you do have a set at Laughs? Did they contact you about that?
My friend is gonna pierce it. He looks dumb.